This video is on how to change the belt for John Deere Power Flo 48 CPX Bagger. So you're gonna need a 10mm socket to open the cover, and then we'll see what problems and things we face to replace the belt. So this belt was broken while I was cutting my lawn. So the Power Flo Bagger is, I bought it used, so I don't know how old the belt is, but it lasted a couple of years for me. I don't do too much lawn mowing, so I don't know if the belt was bad or maybe I was just driving a little too rough. It could be both of the situations. So we'll open the cover and then we'll see what how to replace with a new belt. So it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 bolts you have to remove the cover. Actually, what I mentioned earlier of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts, actually there are 3 bolts that you need to remove. These bolts that I was counting, as you see there, I think those are to remove the cover, so that I don't think is necessary, but there is a large bolt that needs to be removed, so we will do that to remove the cover. So in order to move that third bolt, you need a 13mm socket. So as you can see, the cover is off. So what you want to do is take a photo of this to see how the old belt is going around the pulleys, because this is the same way you need to do the new belt. So this would be a good time to do that in case you forget and then you're winding up the belt the wrong way, and that would not be a good thing. So I will try to put the belt in. Also on the cover there's also a photo, not a photo, but a picture of how the belt should be wound. So that'll be a good indicator. So in order to remove the old belt, well, actually the old belt is broken in a piece, so it wouldn't be that hard to remove, but in order to install the new belt, there is a rod right here that is fixed, it's immovable, so you have to remove the pulley, but as you know, pulley rotates freely. So what you may want to do is put some bolt loosener spray onto the bolt right here. And also I happen to have this, or if you have anything, a rod that tapers, that might be a good option to jam it into the, let's see, and then rotate with your ratchet in the opposite direction, so that the rod gets jammed, and that way you can remove the pulley and do the reverse step when you're installing the pulley back in. So otherwise you'll have a hard time removing the pulley. And there's like 2 holes here. I think John Deere may have some tools that they use to grapple the pulley and then use a ratchet to remove it. But I don't have that tool, and chances are you don't either. So find something like this and they'll work for you. So I was able to loosen the bolt. So it looks like you don't need to loosen the bolt all the way to remove the bolt. You can just loosen it so there is a play, and then you can just simply remove the belt like that. So I think that's be much easier than removing the whole bolt, and then you got a problem with maybe that flywheel that pushes the grass into the 2 baggers. So that might be, you know, quicker. I forgot to mention that this Power Flo is for 2 bagger. So if you have a 2 bagger, then the instruction I tell you are good. Otherwise, they may not work. So the belt that I bought, it is 1.5 inch wide, half inch wide, and 89 inches in perimeter circumference. So let's go ahead and remove the old belt and we can put the new one in. Okay, so I forgot to loosen this pulley, so I will do that, and then you can put that new belt in. So there are 2 pulleys that you need to loosen in order to remove the old belt and install the new one. So this is one pulley right here, and then the other one is right here, this one. So this pulley has a you need a deep socket if you have it. If you don't, you can use a crescent wrench, and the size of the socket is 13 millimeter for both pulleys. So you don't need to completely remove the pulley, just loosen it so that you can wiggle out the old belt and wiggle in the new one. So I have tightened the 3 pulleys, and I'm gonna put the cover on. So tighten the pulleys, you just do the reverse step of what I did to loosen the pulley. So I think this tool right here looks like it was really helpful. Without it, I don't know how could I have loosened this pulley. It would have been a lot challenging. So if you have something that tapers, like a tapered rod, you can wedge it into the pulley. That'll help you a lot and reduce the time and frustration that you'll have in order to loosen and tighten the pulley. So now I'll put the cover on, and we'll test drive and see how it works. So now I'm going to attach the belt to the lawnmower, and then we'll test to see if it's working. seems to be a little tight, but it should work. Okay, so it's in. Okay, maybe first time it's a little tight. So now we're good to run it. I will run it just to see if it's working. I'll put on my safety glasses just in case. So let me start the tractor and then I will engage the belt. So it looks like the belt is working. It's installed correctly. Now I'll just collect some of the grass that I left from last time when the belt broke. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching my video and take care. Bye bye.